some milk.
Okay, let's get this one out of the way. So, I know Shinobi Strikers came out. I should have actually been putting something up with that or something else. But I went to Xenoverse for a little bit, and I seen this guy's connection, name, and points, and I was going to leave at first. But then I noticed, this man has his mic on, and I can hear everything. So, being me, let's see exactly what he might say if I win and or lose, possibly. Well, not and or, but you get what I'm trying to say. So, of course, I go into the match, and I was going to choose my main class, but I can't because, well, rollerblade, I haven't found that solvent yet, because I'm working with it. So I choose my back then ranked class, if you guys used to see my videos in the very beginning. So at this point, just waiting, this man's still talking. It's funny, because his name does not actually go with who he is. I'll show you, I'll explain later on in it. But, still waiting, and I notice at this point where he's talking, it sounds like he's actually streaming, or if he's trying to make a video itself. And I'm just thinking to myself like, oh cool, I'm on another streamer's video or whatnot, or something like that. So at this point I'm just like, okay, let's prepare myself, let's get ready for this. But then I can hear it in his voice like he sounds confident, so I'm like, okay, well, that's one thing. He goes ahead, steps back, kicks me away. I'm thinking, don't tell me you're going to be one of those waiting type of players. So I do the little side swipe, go around him, goes for that exact same move, catches him off guard, go for a back hit, and does the same thing. I'm thinking to myself, you're not serious, are you? And it's a good time to actually try variant drive now, so that switch Punisher drive out for it. It was right here at this point where I noticed, as soon as I perfect blocked him, he said, oh, he's going to go for a perfect block spam, and I'm just thinking to myself, what? I did it once! So I get him right here, tried to go for a stamina break, and he, limit burst. In a sense, I kind of should have seen that coming, because I'm thinking to myself, yes, it is normal to use it to some players. To me, I may not like using it unless someone else does it, but in this case, I'm just thinking to myself, like, really, you said I'm supposedly block mashing when I legit only press, block once and then go around moving. I don't know why I'm actually trying to swing at this man, knowing he has, super armor. Oh well, so go ahead and transform. He still has super armor, trying to wait it out, and okay, yeah, it goes away right there. Then I go back on the offensive in this case. I try to go for attack. He does use Super Drain, and not many people use it, so I can give him like, hey, that's cool. No one uses the move, and you used it. That was my problem right there. I should have went for something else. Then I go for my Living Burst, because, obviously, if you use yours, I'm going to do mine. Catch him in the counter, and this is when he also starts saying, don't be that type of player running away. I'm thinking, like, I'm not running away, I just countered you. Like, this man was complaining about a whole series of things. Even right there, I went for one simple block, and he said, okay, yeah, this is exactly what this type of player does. He blocks, and he waits for me and all that. I'm thinking, like, you was waiting in the beginning, and I legit just blocked once. And then he goes for a sudden death beam also. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I got a, stamina break. It doesn't go the way I wanted to right there. I ended up doing my ultimate on accident, and I'm thinking, well, this is probably the game. Then he does a sort of move which knocks me away and then goes for instant severance. I'm thinking, like, that doesn't land. And he starts saying, lag. And I know what some of you are thinking. Yes, my old Super Soul should have got that out of the way. Then I go for a stamina break and I end the game right there. And he's constantly saying, oh, the lag, and he's perfect blocking, spam, all these different things. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. How are you complaining about certain things that aren't legit here? Like, you're just saying a bunch of stuff. And he just keep going. This man was like, he was honestly trash talking me. Yeah, he was saying like, oh, in the very beginning, something about take your losses and all these different type of things. Yet you can't take this loss and supposedly all this lag. For someone with the name Too Humble For You, sure likes to go on rants about how people are trash and quote unquote that they cheese him all the time. But he claims he's good and all these different things. Like, I even looked up his YouTube channel and everything, but since I thought he was streaming or recording videos, I even wanted to take a look, and my video is nowhere up there. Like, I made sure to look around. Also hint at the fact that he also wants to know how to use mods, as you guys can see that guide video pointed out right there in the creator playlist. That's something to keep in mind on also for someone who is quote unquote humble. Not only that, he also calls everybody that, uses specific moves such as the one that Pan does where she dances cheese. She does it once and goes for a stamina break. That is your own fault for falling into that. Not to mention that a different video of a freezer race using R Slide once, Though he uses God Fist multiple different times. Granted, he did use Death Beam a few times, but you can get around that. But for someone who does the God Fist unvanishable, you can't really go on the line of saying someone else is cheating you. Especially for someone with a big ego who says he had easy work battling someone who is under level 50. That just goes on ego. Not to mention how he says people cheese him so he cheeses them back, but shows no proof of them actually cheating them. Most people in these cases, when they go through this, usually show a fight where they lost or something that they went through in this case. But he only shows his point of view of winning, and when people push him or point him out on these specific things, he has no comment on it and probably just ignores it. Just like as you guys can see, most of these videos end with him as the victory or the victor. He does not show any of his losses, so you guys will never be able to see his point of view of me winning. And if that doesn't give you any idea of what or how he is, you should hear how someone else's point of view after fighting him was, in this case, this upcoming video.
Know you too, and you be trash talking to him, making it sound like you beat me when he saw the live stream of me beating your ass. So we've been talking about you for about 2 weeks short.
Alright.
I'm glad you jumped in. You with me a chance to talk to you, but I've been waiting on you to jump back in. So I thought, you're trash. We know who you play with. Everybody know you play with him. One guy that actually beat you with that character. Take your spamming ass back on wherever you've been. Continue to stay there, because you're not worth me beating a second or third time.
So you
You egotistical jackass, not only are you trying to justify your cheap playing and saying that someone was about to or has actually cheesed you or played cheap without actual proof or lack of evidence, as well as find enjoyment of actually beating low level or new players, just make you feel like a complete jackass. Now if you can honestly say that you are a good player and humble after all this, well,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop your fucking lying.